guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're gonna go ahead and look at our girl Rosie here. I think Rosie is probably the best of the three EZA Universe 2 girls that came out with the Evolution Blue Vegeta and Blue Kaioken Goku sort of celebration here. Now, the thing we're gonna look at here, I never got a chance to do a video on Rosie, Kakunsa, and Ribrianne separately, because obviously things were super busy back in July with Blue Kaioken. Like, you know, that was... I had to do like 15 summon videos for Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? It was brutal. So I figured I would just wait to do the videos until they came out in Global, and, you know, here they are. Rosie, Kakunsa, and Ribrianne have arrived here on Global, so we'll do a video on them. Now, the only thing about Rosie and Kakunsa is that they are, like, you want to use them on the special pose team, right? But the special pose team run only by Int Gotenks right now. I mean, people just don't run... I've, like, never seen Int Gotenks on the friends list. Like, it's not even, like... It's not one of these things where it's, like, he's rare, or, like, he doesn't exist. People, like, he's a good unit, but he... Among, like, Dokkan Fest exclusives, he has the worst leader skill among, like, any Dokkan Fest exclusive in, like, years. It's like, you know, like, STR Ultimate Gohan has a better leader skill, right? Like, Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has a better leader skill than Int Gotenks. Like, it's insane. So, I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and take a look here at Rosie. We'll probably look at her here on, like, the Universal Survival Saga team. Then maybe we'll look at Space Traveling Warriors, the new Bojack team, where the Universe 2 females are on there. And then, of course, you know, they're gonna work well with each other. And then, of course, you know, Bojack will support them and stuff like that. So Rosie's defense is starting out at 86k right here. Now, the whole basis behind using these characters is you want to use them with each other, right? So, like, Rosie's passive, she gets 80% attack and defense at the start of turn. Special pose category allies get 2 key and 22% attack and defense. Then she gets 22% attack at the start of each turn and seals the attacked enemy's super attack if there's an ally whose name includes Ribrianne or Kakunsa attacking in the same turn, which we did not have in this rotation. We will next turn, right? So she didn't get that little, like, stack of attack. Now, she does also actually traditionally stack defense on her super attack, so that is good. We will see Rosie, you know, her defense, like we saw, what was it, 86k right there? It's going to explode on this next rotation because she got a double super attack. Plus, we're also going to have Kakunsa on rotation. Kakunsa, of course, like Rosie, is a special pose category support type unit, giving key attack and defense. So, that's the thing. I think Rosie and Kakunsa are probably better than the SCR Ribrianne. Just because of how I think easy it's going to be. Like, they're really good, I think, if you're running the special pose team. Now, as of right now, special pose is not exactly in a good position, but there are several characters on here that I think we're going to see Dokkan Fest exclusives for, or summonable LRs for, potentially not that far in the future. We're talking Captain Ginyu. I think Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks will get an LR. God Topo is going to get a Dokkan Fest exclusive and potentially a transforming unit, right? Like, there is a number of units that will come out that will make the special pose team better, but at the same time, I mean, it is wonky. Honestly, even though it wouldn't really make the most sense, I do think Jiren being on special pose would have really helped this team. Like, they would have needed it pretty bad. I mean, the only thing is, at that point, there's just, like, Universe 11 really, like, again, not only is every Universe 11 character already right now in Universal Survival Saga, but then they would also, like, pretty much all be in special pose as well. But still, like, special pose, like, if Jiren was in here, right? Like, if Rosie and Kakunsa were supporting LR Jiren, that, I think, that makes them by proxy just way better, right? Alright, now, okay, so with God Topo, all we had was Tournament of Power, but, I mean, you know, that's key attack and defense, that's pretty good. Now, with Kakunsa, I believe we have all 7 links active, which is super good. So we're definitely going to do that. What is her defense? Wow, her defense is shot all the way up to 166k on her second turn, quite good. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to get right here. And then, of course, God Topo giving a tremendous support type buff, so this is probably going to be, well, I mean, again, Rosie and Kakunsa, neither of them have any sort of, like, theoretical limit, because Like, again, Rosie is stacking defense on super attack and attack from her passive, and then Kakunsa is stacking attack on her super attack and then defense on her passive, right? So they are both just continually getting stronger and stronger and stronger as time is going on. I actually really like the design of both of them. I think they're, for free units, they're very good and they're very well done. Like, this is exactly, I think, how you make a free-to-play unit because, again, they're made in such a way to where they're going to be very, very solid, like, moving forward for the special pose category team, right? You're really going to be able to get them in there. You know, they stack defense, so they could be good for long events as well. You know, their stats are not overwhelming, right? You know, they are free-to-play units. That's sort of how they're balanced. But they are, I would say, tremendously good units. For free units, both Rosie and Kakunsa, they definitely would have the output of a summonable unit. Like Rosie and Kakunsa are both as good as summonable units can be. So that's really, really good. You know, again, Dokkan is like one area where Dokkan just like shits on Legends is like free-to-play units. Like, I guess, I don't know, like maybe Legends, some of the free-to-play units might, I don't know, I was gonna say maybe they're a bit more relevant in the meta, but that's not true. Like, are you really gonna take like Kakarot Goku up against like Vegito Blue? Like, no, you have no chance in PvP, right? Whereas like, you know, Dokkan is bigger teams, more important. I think Dokkan is definitely better suited with how they do free-to-play units than Legends, but you know, we'll see how Legends continues on, because I am very impressed at the continued upgrades Legends does. Here, again, she's almost at 200k defense, and it's one of these things where I do like to show these units without support on rotation. I feel like that's very important. But for Rosie and Kakunsa specifically, it's a bit different because these characters literally like have to be used together. Like for them to be good, you kind of have to use them together, or just as a floater on like special pose. One of the two ways. So like, you know, they're working as support type units, and there's not really too much we could sort of do about that. Like, that's just the way it's going to be, right? So I don't know. I do really like them. They're not like, oh my god, crazy, ridiculous, best units of all time or anything like that, or, you know, oh, so nuts. But like, I highly recommend getting these EZAs and stuff like that done. Like, Rosie, for example, you know, you could take, well, a full Peppy Gals team in Battlefield is a strong team. Like, I definitely, like, when Int Ribrianne, I believe, first got her Dokkan Awakening, didn't I do a video where I took down Dokkan Battlefield boss Jiren with the Peppy Gals team? I did, right? Like, Peppy Gals is good. And Rosie and Kankutsa, like, you know, you could take all these females out, right? Like, again, because, like, Ribrianne, Rosie, Kakunsa, they're all free-to-play EZA units. So, like, you could take all these girls, toss them onto a Peppy Gal team, and, like, that's just an extra team for free-to-play players to have when going up into, like, Battlefield, which is very difficult. So that's going to be good. Again, I would highly recommend to get the EZAs for Rosie, Kakunsa, and Ribrianne done, because they definitely can help out. No doubt about that. So, all right, so you're out of here. Goodbye, Kaioken Blue Goku. Now let's go ahead and head over to the Space Traveling Warrior team. We'll be able to get a little bit of a better attack buff, 170% across the board from Bojack, so that'll be good as well. Oh, there we go. Nice, in preparation for Kakunsa's showcase, which I'll do next. Very good. And then, oh, okay. I love getting link level ups during showcases, man. Whew, do I love that shit. All right, so now we are on Bojack's team. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, yeah, we'll be able to get Battlefield Diva from her. That's true. Okay, so we'll do this. Now, obviously, you know, Rosie and Kakunsa aren't going to do very well with Bojack himself, but at the very least, you know, we could bring Zangia on the team, right? You know, Zangia, she's okay, I guess. Battlefield Diva, not exactly the greatest link of all time, though. Remember, it's just key, and then also a chance to evade. So this is not a rotation where we don't have support, but I am curious to see how this is going to look anyway. Her defense at 93k, not bad. Again, dude, running the full Space Traveling Warrior team is very fun, right? Especially if you're doing, like, proper rotations and stuff like that. Like, honestly, like, you could do, I don't know, let's say, like, an LR Turles and then a TUR Turles on run rotation, and then you could do Rosie and Kakunsa on the other rotation. Fuck it, who cares, right? And then you have the two the two Blowjacks. You have the two Bojacks floating around supporting. Like, that would be a very capable team, because Rosie and Kakunsa next to each other, like, they're gonna do very good, because you look at their, you know, sharing all 7 links, both of them stacking defense, stacking attack. You know, Rosie can seal. You know, they get, what, 3 key, 5% chance to dodge from Battlefield Diva, 5% HP regen, and 10% attack and defense from Metamorphosis. They're getting 15% attack from Innocence, Signature Pose is 3 key, 7% attack. More Than Meets the Eye, 10% attack and defense. Tournament of Power, 3 key, 7% attack and defense. And then Shattering the Limit, 2 key and 5% attack and defense. Did you notice one thing about Rosie and Kakunsa, by the way? Is that they are much, much better after the Link level update. Yet again, another couple of units that are a lot better after Link level update. Because Battlefield Diva was just key before. Same with Signature Pose, Tournament Power, Shattering the Limit. Overflowing with key they did not need. Now they're significantly better. Now that Signature Pose, Shattering Limit, Tournament Power are all giving attack and, like, you know, key and defense for Tournament Power and Shattering Limit. Metamorphosis is now giving attack and defense. So again, the Link level update, these, you know, again, a lot of the girl units in the game tended to be overflowing with, like, key links. Many of the female units in this game, right? And now they're just going to function a hell of a lot better with the Link level update. Another couple characters that I have not really talked about at all or done content on at all that would be massively buffed by this is Android 17 and 18. The future Android 17 and 18, because they have all that shit like organic upgrade and stuff like that, which are all like probably way better now. So, you know, we'll see what like a potentially good future Android 17 and 18 could look like now. All right, so this is a really good rotation for Rosie. We'll probably get like we'll do this and then maybe like one more rotation after this, because it's like there's not really too much to show, right? Like, she's supporting Special Pose, you know, she's stacking both attack and defense. She's sharing all 7 links with, you know, the STR Riprian as well as the Kakunsa. So like they're very strong together. Like, that's it. You know, there's not really too much for me to talk about, too much for me to blabber on and on and on about. These girls are good. They're very well done units. So I am pleased with what they did again. So again, we'll get one more turn with Rosie, and then we'll go ahead and move on to her details. But, you know, hey, look at Bojack, man. Bojack's got a lot of Tournament of Power characters in his category that he's going to be able to support and make look really, really good. I really like Bojack. Oh, nice dodge. Is that 3 dodge? I always have to call it out when we get the 3 dodge to activate. I can't remember off the... I don't think Zangia has dodge in her kit. So I think we just dodge the super attack with 3 dodge. Again, every single time someone tries to tell me 3 dodge is pointless, just look at that. Yeah, Zangia does not dodge. That was 3 dodge. She just dodged the super attack with 3 dodge. So have fun. Have fun with that. Yep. Exactly. She didn't have Battlefield Diva active right there too, so it's not like she got the dodge chance from that. So there you go. Another super attack dodged with 3 dodge. What can I say? Let me pat myself on the back for 3 dodge being amazing. Absolutely godly. Godly good. Amazing. Terrific. Tremendous. Fantastic. All of that. Alright, so we're going to let this rotation play out. All 3 of these characters. Again, I am going to do separate showcases for all 3 of them. Today, I'm just focusing on Rosie. But, you know, again, they're meant to be used together just like this, so I'm not going to do the showcase video on Rosie and then not use the other 2 in the video, right? But again, we're just focusing on Rosie here. Is this double digits right here? This is, right? Yeah. Yep. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to be worried about. Again, they're very good. That's it. You know, I believe I gave my Rosie full additional too, by the way, because obviously she's stacking defense, which, you know, I found that defensive stack from her super attack, like the stacks from super, I've found to be stronger than the passive stacks that they get, right? So that's why I think Rosie is a bit better than Kakunsa. But, you know, they are essentially the same unit to the point where it's like these Goku and Vegeta units Dokkan likes to do all the time, where like they're exactly the same but slightly different. It's sort of the same thing. Okay, well, hey, look at this. We're gonna get Bojack and Bojack together. Let's go ahead and see what TUR Bojack does rainbowed. You know, with his transform version, you know, all 7 links, and we have Zangia on rotation. So we got the full brand new Bojack squad rotation right here. Let's see what he does. 2.7. I mean, all 7 links. He's not getting any extra support, but that's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes Bojack's attack numbers to me are kind of underwhelming, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright guys, so this is Master of the China Fist, Rosie. Her leader skill is Special Pose category key 3 and 77% of stats, or Int type 3 key and 50% of stats, so, you know, one of these free-to-play EZA leaders. Her super attack is the China Fist, which stacks defense, does supreme damage, and lowers defense. Stacking defense right away gives her a lot of utility. It's just how it works, right? A lot of these long events, You get a stacking defense character, and they're better than just complete ass cheeks. They always will have at least some sort of purpose, so that is good. Her passive skill, Unpredictable Technique, gives her 80% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then special pose category allies get 2 ki and 22% attack and defense. Then she gets 22% attack at the start of every turn and seals the attacked enemy's super attack when there is an ally whose name includes Ribrianne or Kakunsa attacking in the same turn. So again, they are begging, pleading with you to use like Rosie, Kakunsa, Ribrianne together, but when they're used together, they are pretty good. Like, they're okay offensively, they're solid for free to play units, and defensively they're quite good together. So that is good. And they, they've got some utility with like healing and stuff like that. Dodging from their links and stuff. So that's good. I like what they did here. I think these are very good free to play units. They're 6 months old now on GP, but they're quite good. Like, these units would be just as fine if they released right now as they were back in July, right? Rosie's links are Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, The Innocence, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, Tournament of Power, and Shattering the Limit. Her link set's not great, but to use her with the characters you're supposed to use her with, it's fine. Her link set is absolutely fine. Because again, her and Kakunsa share all 7 links, and so does the STR Ribrianne, so it's not really a big deal, right? The link set, like, if you just look at the link set, it's not really that good. But then when you think about who they're supposed to be used with, all of a sudden, again, it's like, okay, that makes sense. And they still can be okay alongside even like a lot of the Tournament of Power LRs and shit like that, because they at bare minimum will have Tournament of Power, which is a 3 key link, and it's going to give attack and defense. That's really good, right? Rosie's 12 key multiplier is 140%. That is, again, the very typical average 12 key multiplier that we typically see. And then, of course, our girl Rosie here, she's at almost 14,000 attack, by the way, which is not that bad. 14,000 attack, I'll take that. And, 9,000 defense, basically. And then she's on a few different category teams. I didn't go too crazy showing her on a bunch of different teams. Again, because the way these units are designed, they are more so meant to be used together, the Universe 2 females. But here she is, of course, on the Universal Survival Saga, which, dude, just look at since, like... So ever since, I guess let's start with December, when Kale and Khalifa came out as that World Tournament last December of 2019, and then, Blue Cow Kengoku came out in December of 2019 as well for Global. Since then, they've done so much Tournament of Power stuff, and we know that 6-year anniversary is Tournament of Power as well, so, this category, this is some of the most hype there is in Dragon Ball, period, because it's some of the most recent shit, right? Besides the Broly movie, and then, of course, the Moro arc in the manga. So, expect a lot more Tournament of Power stuff to be released, and because there is a link related to the arc, it makes all these characters way better. Then, of course, she's on the Peppy Gal team. Again, because Peppy Gal doesn't have, like, a true category leader, I tend to shy away from this in, like, normal showcases like this, but, we have gotten a lot of Peppy Gal units in, like, the last 6 months, right? Ever since, like, Kefla came out, really? Like, look at this. We've got a lot here, including, Demon Goddess Toa is a mega top-tier unit, and, like, Oceanus is super good. Launch can be super good on this team, so a lot of good stuff there. Then, Rosie is also on Transformation Boost, which is nice, right? I don't know. I guess you could do a rotation of her and maybe, like, Gotenks on Transformation Boost. The more categories characters have, the better, because then it just gives you more options for these teams. You never know when maybe, like, Transformation Boost might be used against, like, some EZA in the future. Right now, AGL Super Vegito is weak to Transformation Boost, right? But, like, maybe some tech enemy will be weak to Transformation Boost in the future, and then you might want to use this Rosie in that EZA, right? So you never know. It's good that they're on more categories. Then, of course, she's also on Special Pose right here. Not the greatest team, but we'll see what happens once, Gotenks gets another LR or Dokkan Fest, Captain Ginyu gets a Dokkan Fest, God Topo gets a Dokkan Fest. Those things will happen, and we'll see what'll happen. And Gotenks, Gotenks has so many forms, and he is a fusion, so of course they're going to spit him out constantly. So, this team can get better, but this is definitely a category that we could have gone without. Special Pose does not need to be in the game. Something like Frieza Force, Z Fighters, right? Saiyan Saga, Baby Saga, all shit that was way more important to me than Special Pose. And then finally, Space Traveling Warriors. I love this category. This category is so good. One of the main reasons is the ridiculousness of Bojack. Bojack makes this team run. It's STR Cooler all over again. So Space Traveling Warriors, you know, any of these units on here, Bojack is making them look way better. You have 2 of these guys floating around, GG, the team is ridiculous. So, Space Traveling Warriors is definitely a team I'll be using a lot in showcases, so definitely get used to that. So, let me know what you guys think of our girl, Rosie. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.